Hello, my name is Apisa. They call me Apisa because I get a piece of news from here, a piece of news from there, a piece of news from everywhere, piece it all together, and then I give you a piece of my mind. Now, as you all know, just recently, President Obama addressed the nation to talk about the Iran deal that was put together by the P5 plus 1 countries. And he made the case as to why we as Americans should accept this deal. Well, Charles Shummer, Democrat from New York, did what I call a Friday or a weekend news dump, if you will. He let it be known that he opposed this deal. Now, let's be straight. I knew he was against the deal a few weeks ago when Steve Kornacki on MSNBC, Up with Steve, met up with him in a breakfast place restaurant and asked him his position on the Iran deal. In which case, Chuck responded that he hadn't had time to read the deal. He was so busy with so many other bills that he would, that were on the floor that they were trying to get ironed out. One of them was the, highway, the transportation, bill and etc. But he was going to take his time over the weekend, sit in his little chair and study the bill. Wasn't going to be influenced and come back and make the best decision. Well, I knew he was lying. Steve Kornacki knew he was lying. He was against that deal, but he just didn't have the kahunas to say it then. Now, this whole scenario with Iran and this deal has taken on such an ugly face for America. Number one, never in the history of this country have we had our congressmen, our representatives, write a letter to a foreign government asking that foreign government to ignore our president. That in itself was unprecedented. So, when you look at the whole of all of it, then you knew, like I knew, that Chuck was going to be against this deal. Let me tell you a little bit about Chuck. Remember back in December when they were passing the budget bill and they were trying to get it done, before everybody went home for the break or whatever, the holidays. And somehow, some way, this attachment got rolled into this bill that rolled back some of the regulations, against the Wall Street banks. And nobody knew who it was who put that insert in the bill. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. All they knew it was in there. And the clock was against them, and they knew President Obama was going to sign this. I said then, it was Chuck Schumer. It had to be a high-ranking Democrat because that whole thing died down. Chuck has been in the pockets of the lobbyists for as long as he can remember. That's what he does. But I'm here to tell you today, he is Judas reincarnated. He has, in essence, gave America the kiss of death. Well, why do you say that? Benjamin Netanyahu is a crazy man. In fact, I see him as being the Antichrist. He's itching to pick a fight with Iran. And so much so that I don't put it past him to do a preemptive strike and draw us into yet another war. But America is tired of wars. You don't treat the veterans that we have now. You don't treat the military people right now. You don't take care of them. I'm so disgusted. I'm so disappointed with you, Chuck, and any other Democrat that signs on to this. I dare you to have the audacity, the arrogance, to think that we as Americans, or you all as Americans, are so daggone smart that you got more sense than the leaders of the countries, of the P5, and they're experts. You got more sense. You know more about a daggone bomb than they do. They work the deal, but you want to go against it. Even the Security Council in Israel approve of this deal. So, the only reason why Chuck is against this deal is because, like I said, he's a traitor. He's a Judas. And he is in the pocket. You hear me? He's been bought off. He's a snake in the grass. He's a backstabber. The kind of person that smile in your face and all the time, at the same time, they got a knife in your back. But my biggest complaint is he should not replace Harry Reid. You hear me, Democrats? First of all, African Americans are not happy with your performance either. Okay? So, you all need to get on board. You need to be bold enough to say how you stand on this deal and stop hiding. Because America does not want to go to war. But the longer you drag this out, and the longer Benjamin thinks that he's got the upper hand, I'm telling you, the man is crazy. We saw him kill innocent women and children in that little Gaza Strip, like they had somewhere to go and hide. He's crazy, and he's itching. You need to stay. Let's keep it real. Here we have the opportunity to have eyes on Iran, inside Iran, to see what they're doing. They will be monitored, which is more than what we have now. The facts show that because George W. Bush turned his back, Iran has managed to get what they have now. Some 19,000 centrifuges. To me, I'm not a rocket scientist, but dang, I got more sense to know that having eyes seeing what my enemies see is better than turning a blind eye or turning my back and ignoring it. So, when Chuck Schumer gave this bullshit excuse that the reason why he opposed the deal was because at the end of the 10, 15, 20-year time period, Iran stick by the deal, that they would still ultimately end up with a nuclear war. Come on, Chuck, really? 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 You don't know what the hell is going to happen 10 years from now. You don't know. But now, you don't have to guess about what's going to happen within the next year or two. And let's be honest. You need to be honest. You need to be honest with the American people and tell the truth. You know dadgum well you don't trust Benjamin either. The man is off his rockers, and you just gave him a green light. Being greedy because you're a Judas. And that goes for anybody else that want to sit up and want to talk against this deal. You see more now than you've ever seen, or will have the ability to see. The other countries have made it plain that should Iran renege, they are ready to jump back in and reinstitute sanctions. But as a unit, this is not a unilateral thing between the United States and Iran. I'm not in politics. Ain't nobody vote for me. And guess what? I don't trust y'all either. Most American people don't trust their congressmen. They don't trust them. But they hope that when they go off to represent them, that they look after look after our better being on our behalf. That's all we can do with Iran. We can verify, monitor them, and hope that they do the right thing. Just like we hope that Benjamin Netanyahu don't wake up in the middle of the damn night and decide to push a red button against Iran. Because you don't trust him. I don't. And you're a fool if you do trust him. So, I'm saying there's no perfect deal, but let this be a starting point. If nothing more, let it be a starting point. I'm so sick of all the reasons why it ain't a good deal, because we didn't get this, the hostages weren't released. That was not the point of the deal. I don't see what's so hard about it. It's like our congressmen, like y'all walk around with your heads stuck in the sand, buried in the sand. I'm just a regular, common lay person, and everything that's been said makes good sense to me. I teach my children like you teach your children. Before you start a fight, discuss your differences first. See, can you talk it out or work it out before you go to war, before you start going fisticuffs. We want to do this ass backwards. We want to go and fight, and then we'll talk later. The old John Wayne, let's go in and shoot them up and take names later. That doesn't work. You're playing with people's lives here. Give diplomacy a chance. Give diplomacy a chance. And stop this whole two-timing backstabbing. Be who you are. You're a crook, be a crook. You're a sneak, be a sneak. But say what you are. That's why Donald Trump is doing so good in the GOP presidential election field. It's because people, we are tired of what y'all do in Congress. You don't look at what's the betterment, look at the big picture, Chuck. What is in the best interest of everybody? The best interest is, let's give diplomacy a try. If it doesn't work, you always have the option to go back in and do what you need to do. But to just walk away and say, well, and that's another thing. When these leaders of these countries have sit up there and done told y'all to your face that this is the deal, there is no going back to the table again, are you stupid or what? Are you deaf? I'm sorry to be name calling. I'm just upset. Anyhow, you don't, please, you can't replace Harry Reid. You don't have what it takes. You don't have what it takes, Chuck. I'm sorry, you don't. Claire McCaskill, my girl, Patty Murphy, Dick Durbin, let them, any of them, they can replace Harry Reid. But